Hello there, people of the internet. My name is Udwe Jagero, and this is Dialogues with Jagero. Happy 2025. It is the which day of February? 5th. The 5th of. People are getting salaries. Finally, love is in there, and people are going to be having a lot of children next week.
Exactly.
Well, people are going to be having children next week. Salano, who is my guest today, is saying that people should not have children if you do not need to have children. If you want to enjoy sex, enjoy the sex, but don't have the children. And he's saying that as men, we should be cutting. Well, welcome to Dialogues Jagero, Mr. Salano.
Thank you so much.
What is your other name?
Magically.
Your mother sat down and said...
And imagine, she was a class 3 dropout. Sasa angefika class 5 angenita nini?
Yeah.
She was a class 3 dropout and akaita Magically. Angefika class 5 angenita sijui ingekuwa inakaaje.
Are you this is your mother is lawyer?
Yes.
Or Luo?
Lawyer.
A lawyer from where?
From Kakamega.
Vihiga,
I mean.
Kakamega.
Yes.
How is Kakamega County?
It's very cool, full of food, and it's a growing county. I think you should move there.
No, me. I just want to move to Kisumu County, bro. That is where I want to live for the next.
You want to retire to Kisumu?
Yeah, I want to retire to Kisumu maybe in the next 10 years or less.
I've grown in Kisumu. I've lived in Kisumu all my life, until I've become a Luo by profession.
Do you speak Luo?
Very fluently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why did you live in Kisumu? Manyata, Kondele, Nyawita?
Nyalenda. I nilisoma Pandipieri Primary School, but it's Pandipaya. Pandipaya Primary School, nikaenda Kisumu Day. Then from Kisumu nikaenda.
By the way, do you think that is the name?
Pandipaya.
It's Pandipaya.
No, it's Pandipieri.
But why would they name that?
No, they said that area was really invested by hyenas those years.
Okay.
So they said that hyenas used to bite your behind.
Okay.
So you should hide it when you are passing.
So you should hide your behind.
I think it's for Luo ladies, not everybody. Because of the
because vile wamebeba.
Yeah. So lazima uficha kama unapenda ndio usije ukaumwa na hyena.
Yeah. Oh, I see. That was a good name. I've always wondered why they decided to name it that way. It's a pretty interesting name.
Exactly.
What is as a person?
Yeah.
Tell me about yourself. Where did you grow up, and at what point? By the way, people of the internet, we're going to be talking about vasectomy. I have a lot of questions about vasectomy. My friend said that, my acquaintance now, said that if you are a man and you want to have sex but do not want to impregnate women, then you should consider vasectomy. Yeah. Also, they are saying, the proponents of vasectomy are saying that women are undergoing a lot of problems.
Exactly.
With the pills and making an imbalanced kind of hormone orientation. And they're saying that we should. Why did you decide to undergo vasectomy? Tell me a little bit, just don't tell me the story. How it started and how you ended up doing this.
Where do I begin from?
Yes, begin from the very basic place.
The very basic place is that I came from a very big family.
Okay.
My mother gave birth to about 18 children. And growing up, we were fighting for everything. Be it food, be it resources, going to school, everything was just hard. So I always say, if my parents just had 2 children, me being among the 2, how would life be? We'll go to school very easily because after they divorced after some time, when I was, I think, 9. And even going to school became very hard. I dropped out of school for about 2 years.
Yeah.
I dropped out of school for about 2 years. Went into streets. I became a street boy, a gangster. Then nikarudi tena shuleni. So this could not happen if my father and mother had a family they could manage. So it means that, and my father was a very harsh man. And I just came to learn that we became like his object of wrath. He will just come and see watu wamejapa. Wengine anaanza tu kuwapiga. Ile tu hasira, you are so many, he can't feed them. So the resources are very little. So when I was growing up, I said, I would just wish to have only 2 children. When I have 2 that I can manage, I can fend for them, give them good education, that will be enough for me. When I met my wife also, a very beautiful girl from Siaya, Yala, Berry Lakinyi.
You are my in-law.
Yes, I'm your in-law. From Yala.
Okay.
I got married in first year, first semester in campus.
You are both in the first year, first semester?
Yes. And we met this.
I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to marry in the first year, first semester? Were you both in the first year, first semester?
Yes, but in fact, we met the second year when we just joined campus. And I think why I got married very early, one of them could be because I missed a mother figure in my life.
Okay.
So I was seeing as a mother somehow.
Oh.
Yeah, so
okay.
I was feeling, okay, I did not interact with my sisters, or though I had them, but I never, because when my parents divorced, my mother went with all girls. So we remained only boys with the father. So that chance of interacting with a lady or a sister, I think I missed that. So there was that gap in my heart that was to be filled. So when I said, I think we should just go ahead and get married, because she was also serious. I was also serious.
Second year, you were both serious.
First year, my friend.
First year, you were both serious.
Very serious people. We were very focused. Nobody took us serious except us. Nobody took me serious except her. Nobody took her serious, including parents, except me. So he said, let us do it and let us prove that we can do it. It's now 14 years down the line.
Wow.
Yeah. So after that, she also said there were 7 in their home. And she felt that there were so many. Because the father was just a farmer, not having any good job. And so he was depending on farming to educate them. And she was the first girl. So there were 6 behind her. So I told her I just want 2 kids. She said, in fact, I also just want 2. Kwanza tukikuwa na wengi itakuwa shida, kwa sababu ameona zile shida kwao. Nikasema pia now I think I found someone who is sharing a vision with me.
Okay.
So tukasema wawili na tufungie hapo chapter. So tukasoma tu vizuri, hatukuwa na watoto tukiwa tunasoma. She was on family planning methods. I'll talk about it later on. So we left campus after graduating. Now we had our first children. We were saying to go on a boy and a girl, then we stop. Then we had twins, a boy and a girl.
Wow.
Tukasema, tumemaliza hii maneno. We finish it. And as like any other man, I told her, sasa wewe ni family planning tu. Tunatoa hii, tunachange, tunatoa hii hadi sikutafika menopause alafu acha kutumia. So that we just now have 2 children. So we began the journey. Now she began using the 5 year. So no, alianza I think na hizi deposit few months, 3 months anatoa, 1 year anatoa. Hasa akaka ya 5 years. When she was on her 3rd year, she got pregnant. Bado haija expire. On the 3rd year, she got pregnant. That was during COVID. Tuko nyumba sasa ya Noah, kaa na mama yako, usiende wapi. She got pregnant. So we got a 3rd baby girl. So tukasema, hey, hasa hiki tutafanya namna gani? Maybe we try another one again. Because also she was going through CS. All her pregnancy was through CS. So I teach her point, nikasema, we, sasa tutafanya namna gani? Now we have 3 children. We were saying we have to. No, we don't regret having those 3. We were happy, but now we were saying our target was 2. What do we do now? So I said, let us think of male family planning. I did a good research on male family planning. Kama kuna pills mtu anaweza meza.
Really?
Kama kuna shindano anaweza dungwa.
As a lawyer man.
Because I can't abstain. And I can't use CD.
Yeah, why can't you use CD?
How? No, I'm a married man. No. Sija tukuli na karatasi sweetie. So we said, so I looked for all options I could. So one of the days we were going to the clinic now with the last born who was now a few months old, and we were sharing with the healthcare providers. Akutuambia now, can you think about vasectomy? And I was like,
who told you this?
A healthcare provider.
Hey,
nurse tu hapo.
Nurse. Akasema, have you thought about vasectomy? Akakuuliza wewe Mluya.
Mimi Mluya. Nifanye vasectomy.
Ukate makende.
How? And you are bring it out the way every other man takes it out.
Yeah.
Because every man anajuanga vasectomy ni kukata makende. Now everybody knows like that. Wait. So I was here. Mimi nifanye vasectomy. Because where I grew up, we were having those bulls which were set aside to fight.
Yes.
And for them to grow very big and strong, they ought to be castrated.
Okay.
So that they don't use the energy on
females.
On females.
Yeah.
All energy is preserved for fighting. So first thing nilijua sasa naenda kukatwa, so I'll not perform.
Yes.
And that's a very important thing in my life. Haida tu niambie sitakuwa na kazi ama pesa kwa mimi, that should not be taken away.
Ni wale mnapenda hivi sana bwana.
So I said I'll never do that. Nikasema siwezi fanyiwe kitu because one, I'll not perform. Two, it's like I no longer be a man. I won't be a man. I'm no longer a man because that's what everybody knows. You ukishafanywa castration, you no longer become a man. And then the procedure how it's done, kuenda kufinya balls, una crush balls, we are also doing it for our dogs.
Yeah.
Because when you see a dog is becoming so much stray, mnatoa hizo balls that inapumzika inapoa nyumbani. So I said I won't do such stupid things. And also, where do such things happen in lower land? So
those are things that do not happen in lower land.
How?
Neither do they happen in lower land.
Yes. How do you do vasectomy for a man? So my wife akaniambia, hata hiyo kitu mimi huyo daktari amesema, I'm not for it. She was also supporting me, I'm not for it because we are very young. We are very young, a very young couple. Saizi tukishindwa kuperform. Tutafanya aje?
Yes.
Because how I'll not be hiring someone to come and do it for you, or there's no other alternative. These things you can't delegate, Jagero. You have to do it on your own.
There are things in life you cannot delegate.
Hii ni kazi yako ufanya, ukishindwa mwingine atafanya.
Si ndio?
Yeah, so hata yeye akaniambia mimi sioni kama kitu ni mzuri. Yes, I had gone to school. Like any other men who have gone to school, but they can't just go and find out what does this vasectomy entail.
Yes.
So I say, okay. After looking kama kuna pills, kama kuna shindano, ama kuna another method, because CD it was out of topic, abstinence was out of topic, sijui ati safe days, me am a daily guy. So kama safe days, na hizo siku zingine nitakuwa nifanye.
Daily ni mingi.
My friend. Unless she's in her periods.
Hey.
Ceteris paribus is a daily thing for us.
Really?
For the first 14 years. For us, it's like a meal.
You have sex every day.
I don't remember a day we have not gone, unless she is sick, she has just delivered, or she's in her periods.
But you get tired, bro.
Siku moja ni 24 hours. Kwa nafanya how many hours? 5 minutes imeisha na siku 23 hours and 50 you have.
You're a 5-minute man.
Hata ningesema 1 hour. 23 hours zimebaki, so si kitu ya kunini.
Okay. I hear you, bro.
Yeah, so for us also safe days azinge work. Now I began researching on vasectomy. So nikaangalia, when I'm reading about it, there is nothing about castration. There's very clear demarcation between vasectomy and castration.
What is the difference?
The difference is like day and night.
Okay.
Number one, when you undergo castration, simply you are going to become an impotent man who cannot even erect.
Is that so?
Yes, nguvu zako za kiume zinatolewa. Your balls are removed. You can't erect, you can't perform. So you become Omondi Longlelo.
Omondi Longlelo?
Yes.
That's what I want to become.
When you grow up.
Shida sama dem. Wewe kijana, unasikia? It's
and vasectomy
is
a very nice thing.
Okay.
A very nice thing. And I want just to make it, because people think it's a big deal. My aim is to make it not to be seen as a very big deal. Because in my yongelea, by the way, I'm just the new brand ambassador of Maristops, because of what I've been doing and referring men to their clinics. I've referred over 500 men so far to their clinics, and I've been now told officially now you can now work with us as a brand ambassador. Now, vasectomy is a very simple procedure. If you look at the anatomy of a man's testicles, we have different pipes. We have pipes that are called vas deferens. These pipes transfer sperm cells.
Sperm cells. Ama tuite two sperms for now.
No, there are cells because you cannot see sperms with your eyes.
Okay, sperm cells.
Yes.
Okay.
For you to see a sperm cell, you need a microscope. So, usiambie ushaiona sperms zako, hujaiziona. You have never seen your sperms.
All we see is semen.
What you see is semen.
Okay.
So, for you to see sperms, you need a microscope so that you can see them under that, and you ziko millions of them. So that pipe that transports them It's a very thin pipe. It's called vas deferens.
Okay.
Inatoka na sperms huko.
Inatoa wapi sperms?
Kwa balls sasa, kwa testicles.
Kwa testicles.
Hizo balls mbili sasa.
Yes.
Zenye nobody should touch.
Yes.
Nobody should touch
the
them.
ones with a very fair skin.
Yeah. That are in the scrotum hanging.
Okay.
Hizo mtu asiguze. Hata ndio watu wananiambia ati bana, mimi mtu asiguza balls, naambia mtu aguzi balls zako, my friend.
Okay.
So we leave them. So those pipes, they bring the sperm cells, and then they come and join with the tube that are now carrying the semens.
Okay. Wait. The sperms travel from the
testes.
From the testes. In which fluid?
It's just in which fluid meaning?
Yeah, because they can't travel on their own. See, they have to swim in a particular.
They meet at a point where they meet the semen. It's now when they can now mix and swim together going outside.
Okay.
Yes. So semen is just a medium of transfer.
Okay.
Inazibeba inazipatia ability to swim.
Okay.
So when they come and meet semens, now they move out of the penis, and then now you can see them out. When you unasema nimetoa sperms mingi, hizo sio sperms mingi umetoa.
Yes.
Ni semens mingi ambazo zimebeba sperms ndani yake.
Yes.
Maybe hazina anything.
Hazina anything.
Yes. When you see a man who cannot impregnate a woman, a man who is maybe impotent, it doesn't mean that he doesn't release.
Yes.
He ejaculates normally, but when they take his semens and put them under a microscope, they don't see anything. Ama ziko very low. The sperm count is very low. So when they come out, now zinaenda pamoja. So during vasectomy, they only hinder that movement of sperms from meeting the semens.
Okay.
Yes. Now another question people are asking me, where do those sperms go to?
Okay. I am asking you where do sperms go after an attempted ejaculation? Then see. Okay. So but I think you should go ahead and explain to us how vasectomy happens, and then I will ask you where the semen go.
Yeah, so what I was just saying is that these vas deferens cells or epididymis, it is just a pipe that its work is to transfer sperms from the testes to the to where they meet with the joint semen. Where they meet with the semen.
Okay.
So ikishakatwa hivyo, there is now a miscommunication, a gap is created so that they no longer pass. Hasa zinabaki huku, hazitakuwa zinaenda. So whatever, but we'll continue ejaculating normally like any other man. You keep on ejaculating, hata mtu hatajua ati umeenda vasectomy. People asking me, so unafanyanga tu kama robot, alafu kichoko unaenda because
hakuna kitu
kinatoka. Bwana inatoka mingi hata kuliko yako. Because there's no difference. There is no difference at all. So the semens come out normally, and then but now they don't have sperm cells in it. So vasectomy does not affect your performance or your ejaculation. Inabaki tu kama kawaida.
Okay.
Yes.
Where do the sperm go?
Now, sperm is just a protein in nature.
Okay.
Sperm is like it's a protein in nature. Ni kama tu unaniuliza nikikula mayai inaendanga wapi?
Yeah.
Ama nikikula nyama inaendanga wapi? It's used up in your body as any other protein.
No. If you take there is a mechanism of the body of how the body digests food.
Yes.
And and store them. So the food is taken through the intestinal walls, right?
Yes. Yeah.
It is taken from the internal walls, and there is a mechanism in the stomach of how that happens.
Yeah.
That mechanism is not in the testes, is it?
Yeah, it's not in the testes. But now this is already a processed protein.
Okay.
That's in the body, and let us not imagine it is some big volumes of it in the body.
Okay.
They are very small because you have to use a microscope to see them. So whatever it's a cell, sema tu ni kama tu umejigwara mahali na hoka cell kana kufa kana.
Yes.
It's not used, so it dies, or it's used in the body in any way. It's just a protein which can either be kama ni cell inaweza kufa kwa sababu haitumiki. Watu wana imagine zina accumulate alafu zinajaa alafu body zako zinakuwa kubwa. Nothing like that happens. It's just used up in the body like any other protein.
Is that so?
Yeah, it doesn't go anywhere. I
don't believe you.
We can do some Googling.
Okay. And so, a lot of people ask themselves that it is the vast difference is not the appendix. It's not the appendix where you remove and nothing happens to your body. There is a mechanism that if you, every time you have sex, there are things happening. Things are swimming up and down. And then now, in Luo we say umengiso yu kitu. Ukingiso yu kitu, there's a problem. There's no problem at all.
There is no problem at all. Because hawakati, alafu yanaacha open. Zitakuja zinapita zikianguka mahali. That place during vasectomy, it is cut and tied.
It's tied with the what?
With the it's clipped. Wanakafinya alafu wanakasterilize. So that kapai pakabaki ati wamekata alafu ambaki hivyo pia sitakuwa kujanga zikimwagika. So it is cut and then it is clipped. Ama kana kwa tied hivyo.
Kama wire radio.
Ya kama wire unafunga hivi na so that nothing passes. Yeah, something like that. They always tight alafu. There's a video I've been sharing that it shows how it's done. Wana kata alafu wanafunga.
It's a animation.
Yes, it's animation.
You will send it to us after this.
I'll
So we
yeah. So that's how it's done. So kishafunga hakuna kitu ya sasa zina spill zikianguka mahali, no. They don't get out again.
How long does it take for you for it to heal up?
1 week, 7 days.
And how do you know that it has healed?
What has healed?
But they cut it, they severed it.
You see, after vasectomy, the only pain you feel ni kale ka discomfort kusikama testis imefura kidogo, because obviously wali inflict nikawa nimekata hapa na kawembe itafura kidogo. Kwa sababu they don't make a very big cut that now will leave a scar or a wound. It's just like a very small incision. They pull out that vas deferens, they discontinue, they take it back, alafu na stitch na one stitch only. Wacha kunja macho nikaa ni uchungu. This thing is not painful. Because you've been sterilized. Kuna anesthesia.
Nasikia hiyo kitu kwa balls bro. Hizo vitu nasema.
Bwana.
Nasikia hizo vitu kwa.
Hawafanyi ukisikia hivi uchungu sasa tunaanza kukata.
By the way, do they wanakudunga ile ya kulala?
Sio ya kulala. Ya kuua tu uchungu hapo area. Anesthesia. Wanaweka tu hapa alafu mnapiga tu mstari.
Anesthesia wanaweka wapi? Hiyo sindani refu. Wanaweka wapi?
Yeah, it's a very small cannula. Ni kadogo sana.
Hiyo ya anesthesia.
Wanadunga tu hapo kwa the left side, the test in the right side. Alafu place inakuwa numb. Sasa utasianga naona kushika hata ujui nini inaendelea. Wanauliza ni aje, so how is your family?
Oh my god.
Naambia tushamaliza left, tunaenda right.
They have to do both.
Yes. They do both all the side moja.
It makes it worse.
The both sides. The only fear I had that day, because before I went, nilikuja by the before I made up my mind, I was referred to a doctor who did it. Akanambia it's now 14 years since he did it. He's very fine. It has now affected him. His sexual life has really improved. By the way, your sexual life really improves, Jagero. Because ni stress-free. Unajua when you're having sex with a woman, you're having those years, ama naweza shika ball. So concentration iko 50-50. Okay, let's say maybe you meet someone you've not met na hauna protection, utakuwa ama kutakuwa na ugonjwa ama anaweza niambukiza, hii inaweza kuwa ni trap, mtoto anaweza tokezea. So you have many things happen so that your concentration is 50% or even 20.
Yeah.
But now after vasectomy it's 100%. You fear nothing. You don't fear for any future that hii inaweza tokezea baadaye. So when I met this doctor, he told me by the mean nilifanya 14 years down the line and I'm very fine. So akaniambia mimi nitakufanyia. So me I knew
yeye alisema alifanya kwa nini?
Because pia hakutaka watu wengi. Alikuwa shafikia target, alikuwa na wawili. So yeye aliniambia alishafanya hakuwahi kuwa na any issues. So he convinced akasema nitakufanyia. So the only fear I had during that day is that nidhani yeye atakuwa naye kwa room mimi ananiambia toa long nikufanyie. I found bwana 3 ladies in that room bwana. Ambia Salano sasa si utoe tuanze hii maneno. Like wananiambia ingie kwa hiyo room utoe hizo nguo alafu uvae kuna hizo makoti zinaongaza.
Lakini let me tell you something, Salano. All right, people of the internet, I hope that you are enjoying this episode so far. I broke the episode just to tell you something that is very, very interesting. In 2024, a lot of people were saying that I am broke, Jagero. I do not have a job. That what is interesting is that when they were telling me this in 2024, I was already working on a book for the last 3 years. And that book was about the hustles and the jobs that you can get online. Now, what you need to know about me, Jagero, is that I have always traveling. I'm always doing this crazy, nice stuff, but I've never been employed since I left college. And I'm not saying that because I hate employment. I didn't get employment, but I have always worked. I've always earned money. I have worked for Americans, I've worked for Europeans, I've worked for Kenyan, I've worked for anybody literally on the face of the earth. And these are jobs that I've always gotten online, on LinkedIn, on other ways. So I've been very busy. In 2024, I wrote a book called The Digital Goldmine, 18 side hustles that you can take advantage of online. And a lot of people bought that book. Almost sometimes even 500 people in a month buying that book. And people have been saying, are there more jobs? Yes, there are more jobs. So in 2024, there are no longer 18 side hustles, but they are 25 side hustles because I have added other books. So in 2025, you cannot say, Jagero, I don't have a job. Jagero, I am broke, because I have put it before you. The book is not expensive. It is 1,000 Kenya shillings, or if you are asking about the price in other parts of the world, it is just $10. Okay? So in the description below, I have put the link that takes you to where you can learn more about the book. And I've also left a link where you can buy the book. So thank you very much. And let's go back to programming. I think there are some things that do not require women inside the hospital, man.
Yeah.
They're like when they were going to screen me for cancer, I was screened by a lady. Huyo mama alipindua makende yangu. Man, I felt so abused.
Yeah, but I also thought things like hata naanga hata guy na anashika bibi yako, you should be a lady. Mtu anaambia bibi yako atipanua vizuri nini. Those are not terms to be used by a man on your wife.
Yeah.
Hata kama ati fungua mapaja vizuri ndio. Useme hata kama uko hapa na unasikiliza Jagero, unaambia kapo kwa waiting bay. So I also think it should be done by women. A gynecology should just be a lady who will handle you as a lady. Hata kama nakokea coil, ako a lady.
Yeah.
And then for men, wacha ni mwanaume ni handle too. I'll be very comfortable.
The three women were doing what? Kwani what were they doing? Three women.
Kuna mwenye ameshika sijui scalpel, kuna mwingine sijui ameshika nini, sijui kuna mwingine anaangalia. So at least everybody they are all there to play, but sijui. So sasa la enda ingia huko toe nguo zako, alafu ukuje na hii apron. Kuna hii apron nakujanga wanafunganga kwa mgongo hivi.
Yes.
Alafu mbele kuna shimo. So hiyo ndio nimerudi kama nimevaa without anything in me. So lala hapo kitanda
iko wapi?
Kitanda iko hapo hivyo, mimi niko hapo hivyo tu, which then they began doing it. That's the only fear that's the only discomfort that I had during that process.
Let me take you a little bit back.
Yeah.
A little bit back. At what point did you agree with your wife? What was that conversation like with your wife that, babes, hii kitu tunafanya? Ilikuwa yako ama yake?
Ilikuwa yangu.
Okay.
Let me tell you what now made me to go for this procedure.
Okay.
Number one, you've talked about effects of family planning. And by the way, Jagero, women are dying outside here.
Yeah.
From family planning methods. And nobody's ready to say these things. When women go for family planning, it's always a sacrifice. It's always a sacrifice for their marriages, for their family. They're trying to save their marriages. They're trying to save their family. Hata kusema family planning is always about women's business, not men's business. Wewe enda angalia ni gani nakufa alafu kudunga. Angalia kama ni shindano, angalia. We always tell our wives like that. Enda angalia ni gani inaingiana na wewe. Ukiona imemleta side effects, and then at the end of the day we've left that burden for women to carry it out. But these women are ingesting poison in their bodies. Jagero, anything that you consume and alters your body in a way, it's poison. It's toxic. Hata kama ni chakula. Mimi nikutana hapa na mama anauza maembe alafu anikatie nikule. Sita feel any alteration in my body. But nikikunywa pombe nianza kusikia kichwa inazunguka, naanza kuongea mingi. It means it has affected me in a way.
Yeah.
Hata kama nasikia vizuri, it's a side effect that's not good.
Yeah.
Now you tell us that family planning methods are very safe. For women, they are very safe. Kama iko very safe, mbona nikitumia naanza ku add weight? Kama iko safe, mbona nikitumia naanza kuwa na migraines kila siku, kichwa inakuuma? Kama iko safe, mbona when I used to go for 4 days periods in 1 month, I used to ovulate to menstruate for 4 days once a month, how comes now I'm menstruating 7 days 3 times in a month?
3 times
in a month? 21 days are meant for menstruation. Na si normally success. Damu mingi kabisa. If I'm told this thing is safe, how comes my libido is just now down 0? Sitaki kuona mzee karibu na mimi. And then at the end of the day, we tell these women, tunasema ati bibi yangu anitaki na wao bibi wa pili. Yet she's doing this thing for the sake of us, for us men, that I want sacrifice ndio tukue na ndoa. At the end of the day, tunasema ameongeza kila amekuwa mnono, mimi sikutaka bibi mnono, I'm going for a slim one again. Yet she's doing it for the sake of this marriage and this family. So I was looking at all this, what my wife was going through. My wife could menstruate. Na anatoa damu mingi, tunasema unatutoa hii, turudishe hii nyingine. Tujaribu nyingine anaanza tu kuwa na acne kwa uso, pimples, sura ina change, mashavu zinakuja kubwa. Nasema no. Let us try another one. Wait ndio hiyo. Ingine tu ataki tu hata kukuona na mimi ni a lawyer man. So those services are no longer available. What do? You want to go outside now. So I find that all these things, I was now looking, how can I be of help? Ndio hata vile daktari alisema hiyo kitu nikafikiria, nikaanza kustudy about, nikaona it's not bad. I looked at people who have done it all over the world, nikaona si kitu mbaya. That's now when I met this doctor. Akaniambia this thing is very safe, it's very good, it doesn't affect you in any way. Then nikasema let us go and do it. Nikamuuliza uko sure nitaperform? That was the only issue.
Ukauliza nani daktari?
Uko sure nitaperform? Akaniambia my friend, no one is touching your engine, your machines, nothing is being touched. Utabaki kwanza utaperform poa kuliko before. Nikamwambia kama ndio hakikisha kwamba nitaperform, let us go and do this thing, nothing else.
Yeah,
so we went and did it, but
how long ago?
I did on July 2022.
Okay.
12th July 2022. That was when our baby was now 6 months old. Kwa sababu alizaliwa January. So tukaanza sasa tumalize hii story. So tukaambiwa na daktari, after this procedure you need 3 months. Maybe your wife should be on pills or you should do 21 ejaculations. After 21 ejaculation in that span of 3 months utakuwa kwa sawa sasa. You come and do sperm count, utakuwa kwa sawa.
So Ebu explain more about what is going on here.
After vasectomy, not haimanisha at sperm zimeisha. There are those who are still within the tubes. Zilikuwa zingali within the system. Hata kama walikuwa wamekata njia, kuna wale walikuwa shapita wana hang to somewhere around the corner. So
no man's land.
Yes, no man's
no man's land.
No man's land. So during sex, they'll keep on coming out once in a while. So to clear the system, you need 20 ejaculations or 3 months. Sasa mimi nilisikia tu hiyo 20 ejaculations.
Why 21 ejaculations for 3 months? 3 months itakuwa zimekufa.
Sasa wewe ulisema ati hii kitu hatufanyi kila siku.
Yes.
So, kama unafanyanga once in a week. Sasa 3 months imekutosha. So nikaambia tusome equate 3 months to 20 ejaculations. Sisi tulimaliza within 1 week. Hizo 20 ejaculations tulimaliza within 1 week, zilikuwa zishaisha.
20 ejaculations?
Yes, 1 week it was a simple task.
1 week?
Yeah.
Twice a day?
Not even, sometimes we'll even go 3.
3 a day?
So tunaenda kulala, we take 1. Mkiamka usingizi mnaenda kusumu kirudi mnafanya nyingine. Good morning glory nyingine moja. Those are 3.
Vera.
Alafu mchana I was working from the house. Ukiwa na pita hapo nyingine moja. So it was a target. Tukasema ni tushamaliza 21 imeambia wachana hizo madawa. So walisema 20 ejaculations. We've in fact tushapiga subjects kwa almost 25. Kwanza tuko na bonus ya 5. Wachana nazo. So that's how she got pregnant.
Wait, what is, like, tell me something. After how long did it take for you to have sex after vasectomy?
A week, because kuna hizo discomfort, unasikia kama balls ni mzito kidogo, hautaki hiyo shaking, hautaki. But then ukishafanywa unaambiwanga you should not use a motorbike or a tuk-tuk.
Why?
That shaking can disrupt the healing process. So you should be quite humble for 1 week.
Humble? Kama inawezekana kaa kwa nyumba. Watch Netflix.
Yeah, I took a leave of 1 week. I was working that time. Nikachukua leave ya 1 week, nikawa tu kwa nyumba, sick leave. After 1 week I was okay, tukaanza marathon.
Marathon ya 21 ejaculation.
Tukasema at 3 months. Saizi ni July, inafaa tumalize October. Is this doctor serious? October ndio tunamaliza 21. We finished. Nikaambia wachana hizo madawa zikae. Then she stopped. And that's how she got pregnant. Ndio story katoka ati a woman gets pregnant after vasectomy. Watu wakaanza mtoto daktari, mtoto wa jirani, mtoto wa pastor, sijui huyu amegongewa, nasema yai. Very many things were on us.
What happened? Tell me what happened. You got pregnant?
Yeah, she got pregnant after that.
So you have got 4 kids?
Yes, now I have 4 kids. 2 boys and 2 girls.
What happened? Tell me.
So what happened is that we did not follow the instructions. We were not supposed just to wait for 21 ejaculations. We were supposed to stay for 3 months strictly. Hata kama hizo zimeisha hizo 21, bado angebaki for 3 months strictly on family planning methods.
Yeah.
After that, I go for sperm count. Waniambia, iko 0. Now she can now withdraw. But mimi nilikuwa daktari wangu, I was my own doctor. Nikaambia, hiki tumemalizana nayo, you are now safe.
So when you guys got pregnant, you panicked?
Wait, let me tell you. Si hiyo ni tumefanya in July.
Yeah.
My wife after every delivery anaanzanga tizi za kurudisha kitumbo.
Yes.
Anasema sasa lazima nifanye tizi tumbo irudi flat tummy nini hizo vitu. So she will do it every day. Anaambia kila siku na nini yangu hii imekuwa kichwa ngumu. Nikamwambia maybe ni kwa sababu ni ya mwisho, itaisha tu. Kila siku anaamka anafanya katumba akaishi. So ikafika October. Nikaona madam miss periods. Nikasema maybe obviously not pregnant, nilifanya vasectomy. November, no, ilianza September akamiss. October akamiss. November. Now nimeiona, yeye pia ameona, but no one wants to talk about it. Because it can't be pregnancy. Number one, Jagero, she just went through CS in January. So what a sky Japona. So imagine another enlargement of that belly again.
Wow.
So tukasema it can't happen. So in December, nikapigia daktari alifanya basi kumwambia daktari, are there chances of someone getting pregnant after vasectomy? Akasema yeah, kuna chances, but very minimal. Number one, maybe the procedure was not done well. It could have failed. Number 2, maybe after hiyo procedure hamukufuata zile masharti vizuri, so kuna uwezekano. So tukasema let us come tukuone. Tukaona akasema what we can do now, let us do pregnancy test kwanza.
Yes.
Na si hatukutaka kwa sababu hatutaki matokeo.
Yeah.
Because mimi na feel, because how can she miss period for 3 months? She's not under any family planning. There's family planning that make you miss your periods. Yeah, hayuko under any. So tukaenda wakapima, ikatoka positive. Wait. Another pregnancy again. She almost collapsed. She was like, sasa tena hii. And the doctor no, it's okay. We can do an abortion if you want, because she's still very young. It's around now 4 months. It was 12 weeks. 12 weeks ni 4 months.
Msikwenda shule.
A month has 4. It was 3 months old.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was 3 months old. 12 weeks. So akatuambia we can remove it. Tukafikia sema no, kutoa na hiyo an option. But my fear was, can she do 3 CS? 3 CS mtu anakufanga ya 3, because tunajuanga ati ya kwanza ya pili tatu mtu anakufanga ya 3.
Inakuwa ngumu.
Daktari akaniambia no. Akaniambia personally I've done CS on one woman 6 times. Me mara 6. But in the record we have one who has done 12 times. So 3 is nothing.
Yeah.
So tukasema really? Akasema yeah, 3 is nothing. Tukasema kama si nothing basi let us skip it. Tukamwambia sasa time tumbo inafura, si hiyo sika itaanza ku crack.
Bwana wewe sasa unanifanya nasikia vibaya kwa I'm feeling my balls, I am feeling my stomach.
We have suffered.
I am feeling my balls, I am feeling my stomach. Leo hii podcast imenimaliza.
Bwana. Sasa nikapo na imagine as the baby's cum is increasing, belly pia increasing na hiyo scar inaanza crack. Akaniambia no. The scar kama alifanywa January, by April May hapo ilikuwa iko sawa. So saizi haitafanya anything. So this doctor really gave us courage and really made us to have peace of mind.
Yeah.
So tukaenda kufanya hiyo scan inaitwangaje? ya kuangalia sex of the child.
Yes.
We went for the scan. Tukatuambia it's a boy. Tukasema it's a boy. Because we had now two girls and one boy. Kama it's a boy, it's now the question is balanced. Wacha kakuje bana. So we were very happy about it. And na mimi nilikuwa nimesema story baki tu chini ya maji. Because who goes for castration? Ya vasectomy. Mtu asijue nilifanya vasectomy. I'll be disowned by my community. Nitafukuzwa hata kwetu. Because how do you become how do you unman yourself then you want to live as a man?
Yeah.
So mimi nilikuwa nakaa na best yangu akaniambia bana, hey, my friend alikuwa na he has 6 kids. Na alikuwa wife akona boli ya 7th kid. So nikamwambia tuache nishetu na yeye. At least naweza msania by this end of vasectomy. Akaniambia hiyo ndio nini? Akaniambia ile wanafanyanga wanaume ndio wasipane bora. Akaniambia hiyo kitu wanafanyanga watu wanakufa.
Nakwambia hivyo.
Alafu hata uta perform. So nikaamua kufungua ngombe baadaye mimi nilifanya. Na niko tu sawa, I'm performing. I'm performing. Ngombe but your wife is pregnant. Nikasema yes. She's somehow pregnant.
Yeah.
But I can explain.
Oh my God, that was disaster PR.
So jamaa katoka na story yao ngaenda ambia jamaa mwingine hapo wa TV, Citizen TV. Alikuwa na jamaa best yake wa Citizen TV ni mbeshte. So mimi napigwa simu ati niaje bro, I'm told you have very good story that can encourage men. It can be a touching story that can help men outside here to embrace family planning. Can you mind sharing it? Nikasema kwani story ambia that's a very good thing you can share with us. Nikasema sasa tena kwa TV, akasema nenda kwa TV itakuwa a very good story. Nikasema sawa, kujeni tukashare hapo, tukasema we did vasectomy now but now we did not follow instructions, the wife got pregnant. What was on the headlines? Man in shock after wife gets pregnant after he underwent vasectomy. Man in shock, and I invited you in my house to come and do the interview. Hasa ningekuwa in shock ningekuwa bado nikono bi hapa kwa sasa kwa shaenda kwao.
Oh my God, man in shock.
And we are here with her on the internet, you're saying I'm in shock. Hasa ndio sema kusubiri kila mahali Kakamega.
Waliweka kwa gazeti.
Wewe. Hakuna radio station ama TVC kwa pia. All newspapers were on the page cover. Man in shock after wife gets pregnant after undergoing vasectomy. Nani wakina Kingangi walikuwa discuss kila siku. I was trending on Twitter for 2 full weeks. Vasectomy man, vasectomy kila mahali gazeti. Sasa watu wanaanza kunipigia simu, uko wapi tukuje interview? Ilibidi ni change line, niende chini ya maji now. Sasa tumekuona kwa TV, are you okay? But I got messages by the from people who we had never talked since we left high school. Some hata tuongelesha na nyumia bro. That's how life is, bro. You know, these women are like that. You don't trust them.
Na mtoto ni yako.
Ni yangu bana. At Salano, we never knew Beryl was this type of a woman. After all this, bana, after metoka na yeka mpazimi akazata bana, shabe kucheza hivyo bana. So wananitumia condolence man ni what messages. Pole bro, it's okay. Being a man is not easy.
Nakutumia condolence.
Bwana, may God comfort you. It is well with the righteous. Bwana, watu waanza kunipigia, I had to change my line.
Ulikula Biblia yote.
Bwana. People are now telling me how women are bad. Naambia si wajua hata story iko namna gani.
Wewe ulichoka mpaka hata unge nini, you couldn't even respond.
I couldn't even respond to those things. Alafu tukienda Facebook. Hey bana, but the trolling can kill you.
Really? Tell me about it. Tell me about it. But how did it affect you?
Now let me tell you how this thing affected us. For us, hatuko no nini to affect because ngo nasema tukiwa watu wanasema ati watu wanasema huyu ni mtoto wa pastor. We just laughed it off with my wife, ndio?
Yes.
At mtu wa jirani huyu because me I know my wife and she knows me.
Yeah.
Since we began our journey of marriage we had never had issues with the trust either from her or from me. So we were very clean. So me sikuwa na issue na yeye, kwa na issue na mimi. So we never had this issue of sijui ati hizo comments that were affect. But these things were affecting us without us knowing.
Okay.
So we had booked another CS. She was to give because after Citizen will shoot your story ilikaa ndio kwa immediately. So tumebakisha 2 months ndio wife azae. Hiyo story katoka nje sasa. Sasa tuko kila mahali on news, kila mahali Rashid badala anatupigia simu anataka kujua what happened nani kila mtu. Baadaye wife ameanza kubleed usiku. She has 4 weeks to go. That's a whole month, 6 weeks to go. Alikuwa 6 weeks to go. Ameanza kubleed. Tukasema akaanza kuwa na pain. Siku akaanza kuwa na pain tu. Nikasema it's always normal during pregnancy, kuna zile zinakuwa false labor zinakuja. Tukasema itaisha tu. Tena ikakuja, tena ikaenda, ikaanza. So ilianza jioni almost around 6. Inamuuma, anamwambia relax. Ikafika saa 4 ya usiku, ina intensify. Tukasema but time is bado. Haizi kuwa ni mimba wa mtu anataka kuja, it's too early. So tukamwacha tulale. Hiyo siku ya 3 kulala ilikuwa uchungu, anaamka tunarudi. So usingizi kinichukua kidogo. By 1 am akaniambia it's too painful. Mimi kuwasha light, bed imejaa damu. Bwana, I panicked. Nikasema now finally the devil has won, because mimi nijua tayari ni miscarriage. Kwa sababu hiyo damu, it was a lot of blood. The bed was red. Kila mahali imemwagika, kila mahali. Kwa sababu alikuwa ameanza kulala usingizi na hakuwa amejua. So kuamka anapata amejaa damu. Nikasema yani after tumeenda kwa news tumeonekana hivyo yote, watu wamejua baby is coming, now the baby is dying. In fact the baby is dead. For me the baby was already dead. Hayo usiku nikaanza how to go to hospital. Tukatafuta mtu ako na gari around. Gari hakuna. Nikazunguka kwa manyumba hiyo usiku, hakuna gari. Wife akaniambia just to walk to the hospital. Saa 7 ya usiku. So knock the last door, the guy came and akaniambia, wife ako in labor. Let's go. Hata mimi wife ako in labor, ako na ball, so let me help you. Akadrive hadi Kosi. Kwenda Kosi wanasema, penye tulikuwa tumebook CS. Hii saa hizi daktari hayuko. It was a private hospital, daktari anakujanga tu ndani alafu anaenda. Hayuko. So what you do? Alafu pia hata saa hizi kama anatoka, siku zake hazijafika. Nikamwambia just check if the baby is fine. Akasema kuna heartbeat. Sema kuna heartbeat. Iko. Akasema kuna heartbeat. So akaturefer to another hospital now. Then tukatoka, tulifika hospital. Now 3 ndio tunafika sasa, now the last hospital. Tukafika hapo 3 am. Wakamchukua, wakaanza sijui lazima, because siku hazijafika lazima adungwe shindano ya kufanya lungs zimature up. Akadungwa shindano, my wife akadungwa. So at 6 ndio akafanya CS, 6 in the morning ndio daktari akafika akafanya CS. The baby came out purple. Kwa sababu alikuwa lack oxygen, but they hunger survive. It was just by God's grace. So mtu akazaliwa hayako oxygen machine. Nikasema God at least. But tunashanga what happened? What caused it? Is when you made a professional akasema what caused that was the trolling that were undergoing on social media, but nyinyi hamkujua. Unajua unaweza kuwa na shida pako unazifanya wewe hiyo shida una.
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
Do you think that each and every one of you was suffering this trolling?
Yeah.
Individually na mkuwa mnashare? Were you honestly feeling the heat on your own? Lakini ukienda kwa bibi yako unajifanya uko sawa na bibi yako pia anasikia because probably this is what was happening. Was it the truth that there are things that you are feeling na ulikuwa unajifanya mwanaume na bibi yako pia anajifanya?
Jagero, if I would have had even just one case of my wife cheating on me, if it would affect. Ningesema kuna zao kuna kaukweli kwenye watu wanafanya, kwenye watu wanasema. But to me, I was 100% sure this is my baby.
Yes.
And then number 2, I never found my wife with anything that could make her cheat on me. Okay, suppose nilifanya vasectomy in July. 1 year down the line, wife akuja apate ball. Hiyo trolling ingetokezea, ingeni affect. Nikasema, inawe nimechezwa na dunia imejua. Hii nimechezwa live.
Nimechezwa na dunia imejua.
But which woman, hata kama ni whore or a prostitute mwenye tumefanya vasectomy July, in August she's pregnant from another man. Hata kama ni yeye ndiye ana player kabisa. Umefanya vasectomy July, at August akona ball na si yako.
It's a bit strange.
Hata apena hata mwaka kwanza aone maybe after vasectomy au perform alafu niende kwa mtu mwingine. So if it will have happened maybe a year or 2 years down the line, ningesema hii nayo nimecheza. So
I'm not asking that ilikuwa affect that you thought did my wife blame me? No, I'm just thinking. Yes, yeah.
I get you.
Yeah.
But then what came to affect me mostly, dianza connect ni serious, watu walianza kutumia messages.
Okay.
People I knew long time ago. People I've never been talking to, they began now calling me, Salano, are you okay, nini? Let me tell you one thing. There's a guy tulikuwa na campus. alafu tukasema we want to play a psychology game on him. So we were 6 guys. Mtu wa kwanza kaniambia, by the way, Jagero, leo unakaa mgonjwa, uko sawa? Akasema, mimi niko sawa, I'm fine. Around 10 someone akaniambia, Jagero, you look sick today. Leo kabili unakaanga, uko sawa? Jamaa akasema, kwani nakaje leo bana? Tena nani ameniuliza kwani leo nakaje? By around 3 mwingine ananiambia, bana bro, na leo are you okay? You look sick. Akasema, bana, kwani mimi leo nikoaje? Let me tell you, by 8 that guy was admitted.
Damn!
By 8 he was admitted. He's very sick. What caused him to be sick? Nothing. Just so games tulimfanyia. In my village there was a man mwenye alikuwa anaishi na bibi yake, and that night the wife was traveled the following day to go and see the parents. Sasa huyu mama alikuwa anapack vitu manguo na alikuwa na mtoto mdogo hapo hivyo. So she was packing clothes nini na mtoto. Alafu the mtoto akasema, mami anataka kupupu, na alikuwa na choya nje. I want to go to the toilet. Mama akasema kuna giza, akachukua coconut shell, akamwambia pupu hapa. Na akaweka kwa mlango na akafunga, akasema ndatupa kesho asubuhi. So in the morning mama akatoka na the second door akaenda. Akatravel. Mzee kuamka asubuhi ana stage mwa akaona pupu na akaruka. Akasema they have finished me. Wale nyongo wananitafuta umenipata this time. So akasema hata sinasikia tu miguuni kama miguu zangu ziko sawa. By evening his legs were swollen and very big. Ndio baadaye akamwambia bibi yake, "Ebu rudi, your husband is dying." Siku ulitoka alifanywa uchawi ile mbaya. Uko na baada ulienda mungekufanyia wote, now the husband is almost dying. The wife came back and said, "What happened?" Akasema, mama, what I mean, the day you left here nilipata umenifanyia ile nyometanga kunifanyia miaka zote, but now they got me this time. My enemies finally got me. Mtu alika kinyesi kubwa kwa mlango na mimi sikujua nikaruka kwa shell na coconut shell. Imagine. Yeye akasema, that thing it's ni ya mtoto. Mimi niliweka it was just for total tako nje, lakini hatakuwa na singempeleka choo usiku, nikiweka nitasema tupa asubuhi na nikasahau. Ati what? No leka na miguu zikaanza kupoa. The guy was okay. So those illusions that you are being planted in me by people that Salano, we are sorry, bwana pole kwa what you are going through, you know, bibi women are always like that, don't trust women, zilianza kuni affect. But not blaming that she cheated on me, but I felt like I was under some depression, some stress, some mental issues zilikuwa zinanisumbua. Na feel tu kama kichwa yangu ni mzito kabisa. Though on my side nasema we are innocent. Najaribu kujiambia we are fine, ndio? Tunakaa nasema tuko sawa, tuko sawa. But kumbe yasa yake ili manifest through that hata angemiscarry.
Did she ever tell you that she was sort of affected by what was going on?
No, we never knew until we met this profession. Akanambia by the kitu ile affect ilikuwa hiyo trolling. But hamukujua because nyinyi mlikuwa innocent. Unajua kama kitu imefuata, kama uko na some guilt in you, unaweza sense rako sema ni hii imeni affect. But mtu anaanza kumwambia Jagero unaonga na kichwa kubwa, hiyo kichwa kubwa. Itaanza by the way inakuwa kubwa. Utaanza kufeel with the time.
Wananiambianga mapua yangu ni kubwa.
Hata mimi naambianga ina kazi yangu inakaa ati ngumi.
Waachane na sisi.
Leave us alone. So if they tell something that you feel yes there's truth in it will affect you, but for us we are assuming there's nothing wrong.
One of the things that a man like me would really fear about vasectomy, and I don't know what you're going to say about this, is that like right now I'm 42 years old. Or kijana tu mwenye kijana tu mwenye ako 38, ndio?
You are a small baby.
Yeah. Kijana mwenye 38 si anaweza kuwa na 3 children.
Yeah.
38, ndio? Na sema mimi sasa nimemaliza hii mambo. Na bibi aende at 39 na baki bure bila bibi. Si watoto wanawake wanaendanga na watoto yote. Hata wacha story ingie. Wacha story ingie ndio react. So he gets a young woman. Mesema sisi tumependana. Lakini unajua mimi siwezi zaa. Na yeye amependa huyo mtoto. So that relationship does not go on because it is irreversible, right?
Yeah, vasectomy is irreversible.
So it's something that if you want to do it, umeamua ya kwamba liwe liwalo
sirudi nyuma.
sirudi nyuma. And anybody, hata mke wangu aniache, I am ready to face the world and say that I will never have a baby. And if there is a woman coming around that has, ya kwamba, the only way that we would have a relationship is for if I can give her a baby, then huyo mwanamke siwezi kana hii.
Yeah. Not just that. People have told me that, number one, suppose your wife goes.
Yes.
Number two, suppose your kids die. All
Yes.
of them. Utaanzia wapi? Now, these are possibilities that are happening. And wife going, my mother also went with the children. And after that, my father never had others. Na hakuwa amefanyiwa vasectomy. And here we are. So, number two, let me tell you this. I'm not boasting, but I'm just testifying that I've been in a very good marriage. For the past 14 years, I can say that I'm in a very good marriage. And
what makes your marriage good? Because the reason why I'm asking, you are on the internet.
Yeah.
You see, even today, I was brought a book here of divorce.
Yeah.
And where you are seated, many women who have left their husbands or their husbands have left them.
Yeah.
What makes your marriage? Hii formula mlipata wapi na inafanya aje?
My marriage is not good because I'm a good man.
Oh, okay.
Or because my wife is very good.
Okay.
Or because we are perfect couples, that we met people who are perfect.
Okay.
We are born again people.
Okay.
My wife and I. So from when we began, we have always relied on the word of God throughout. So for us, our marriage, our children, our home, our career, everything, we always fall it back to the word of God. So anything that we achieve, anything that we boast of, anything that we have, is no longer of our doing. It's not for our doing. So even you tell me that now, if these kids will die, all of them, I'll tell you, they'll not die because their sustenance is not in my hands or my wife's hands, but it's in the hands of God. I've seen families whereby a man in our home, a man and a woman, had 12 children. Wakazaa watoto 12. Wakawalea wote. These kids grew up. And they began dying one by one. One by one. Right now, this couple are very old, almost 80s, 90s, with 11 graves and only one child. So, ni vasectomy ilifanya ndio watoka kufa? Not really. These tragedies happen. Whether you did vasectomy or not, when kids want to die, they'll just die. So vasectomy does not promote or catalyze the death of your children or the going of your wife. And by the way, also, my wife also did TL, just to say that. Because after ameshika your ball, we believe that vasectomy did not work. Siku nimefanya sperm count. So to believe vasectomy will fail, that's why he shed that baby. That's one of the things tulisema ina ile fail kabisa. So after that tukasema we basi time wanafanya CS pia wewe wakati ndio just in case yangu fail. So after amezaa ndio tukaenda nikafanya sperm count nikapata yangu iko 0. So sisi wote tuko at 0. She can't, I can't. Okay? So right now you are saying that she can go, she can what, sijui kids can die, anything can happen. Yes, things happen, life happens. But again, I tell you, my marriage, I'm in a good marriage, not because of we are very good, but because whoever sustains us is good.
Bwana Salano, unajua ukisema hivyo, hii wasichana yote wamekuja hapa wameachwa na mabwana ama bwana wamewacha. Wewe unafikiria wao ni atheists ama pagans?
Kuna wengi,
they are not.
Yes, kuna wengi ambao wamewachwa, but our focus always kwa wale ambao hawajaachwa. In our marriage, we have always tried to look at people who are in marriage that are working. We have very good mentors. We look up to them. Nasemanga, okay. Ona kama Obama ako saizi na bibi yake bado wako na yeye na ndio hawa wanazeeka. Okay? But then you can choose in your life where you want to look at.
Okay.
Yes. Because if I begin looking at people who are divorcing every day, there are very many.
Yes.
Okay? And that's now where I'll begin drawing fear. ama hata yangu itakuja
hata yangu itaisha,
na niwe wameachana Simon Kabula niwe wameachana na tulikuwa na look up to them, hata yangu pia inaweza isha. I'm sorry to mention that name utatoa. So unapata that
lakini si statement of fact.
Okay, there are people who we look up to and they're leaving each other, but as we've decided to focus on people who their marriages are working.
Can I ask you this differently?
Yes.
Because naona hii swali unakataa, lakini nataka you answer this question. And you know Mr. Salano, hii dunia ni watu kusaidiana.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm asking you this, I'm asking you from a very genuine point of view, because I have talked a lot with the people who are in serious relationship problems.
Yeah.
And they do not seem to get out of it. And at the end of the day, wanachana. You started by telling me that you guys met each other in year 1 at the university.
Yes, yeah.
And the lady looked at you, you looked at her, and you said, we are perfect together. The parents had different say, but you decided that. And honestly, after 14 years, you have proved everybody wrong. Anybody that had questions at year 1, ume prove wrong.
Yeah.
The question I'm asking you, apart from God, because the Bible says that I will bless the work of your hands.
Yes.
All right?
Yeah.
And the Bible also says that if I cannot trust you with small things, how can I trust you with big things?
Yeah.
God trusted you with your small relationship in college and decided that because they have shown me, I'm going to give them marriage.
Yeah.
And I want to protect this marriage
to
the end. As a man, and if you look at your wife, unaona uzuri kwa mke wako. I think that's the reason why you are there. Ukiona bibi yako akikuona anasema Salano ni bwana yenye tunaweza go back to year 1 na ni mchoose tena. Kweli wrong?
Very ukweli.
So kwa swali na kuuliza ni kwamba what has kept your marriage, the things that you have done to keep your marriage as a man.
Now I get you.
Yes.
A very good question. Number 1.
Yeah.
Go and look for any successful businessman.
Okay.
Atakwambia why my business is doing well. It's because I do a lot of research on business.
Okay.
I invest a lot in my business. I do all I can to look for books on business and read. I attend workshops and seminars on business. That's why my business is now working very well. For us, since we met, we have read so many books on marriage. We have watched so many videos on marriage. Right now, we are doing podcasts on marriage. I have a show, it's called The Golden Marriage Show. I have another show with the Twatwa couple, the Pastor Munene, the Twatwa, Pastor Twatwa. It's called Naked and Ashamed. So I can tell you that we have invested in our marriage, and we have always put our marriage ahead of even our careers. I have found very good jobs that I was trying to separate me from my family. I've declined those offers because of my marriage. Every time we ensure that we sit down to discuss about our marriage progress, where we were and where we are headed to. There is no month in a house you're not reading a book on marriage.
Oh, really?
Yes. So I can tell you, apart from just saying that ni Mungu, ni God,
mazeni
God. No, we have men that we listen to who point our marriage. We have women who speak to us in our marriage. We go and attend conferences just to hear about marriage. I have a number of mentors, role models we keep on talking to them, calling them, just to see how can we navigate through this. Because people have gone ahead of us, they have more experience than us, they have better ways of solving issues. To us, it may be a very big issue. But then I only see good things. No. There are times we are like, surely. Pia kuna hata niambia wewe tu sijui unakwanga nini. So we don't just see good things from each other. We also see bad things from each other. But now how do we change these bad things to good? So I can tell you, yes, we have invested in our marriage in every aspect. Tukisikia kuna mtu anakuja ongea about marriage, there's even a guy who is called Okongo from Nigeria, alikuwa anakuja Kenya. Tulienda tukakaa tukasikiliza. Ayuko kanisa yetu Bidiaso said tuende tukae tusikilize anasema nini. When someone ameongea about marriage clips, we sit and watch them. So I can say to me invest in our marriage also. Sijui nimekujibu.
Yes, umenijibu. What are some of the do's and don'ts if you're a man in marriage and you want to protect your marriage? What are some of the things that you've realized? Hii nikifanya, nikienda hii direction, huyu mwanamke ataniwacha.
Number 1. Family, relatives, brothers and sisters, bring them in your marriage. It's a no-go zone. You want to support them from where they are. Sijui my sister nataka kuja kana sisi. Sijui nani amepotea nataka kuja hapa kidogo akitafuta job. No. We have practiced that much. Sijui now someone ananiambia that your wife said. I don't listen to what my wife said. I don't listen to rumors. We always focus on what have you said to me, what have I said to you. Any other thing outside is just noise. So when you reduce your cycle of people in your marriage and begin listening to anything about marriage, women are the same. People say, women are the same. But then I always try to avoid speaking anything that will affect a woman. Kama ni kwa woman kwa nyumba yangu. Because if I start, but they wanawake, such talks about Jagero, at squeeze wanawake, nasema, but they nasemanga no. I may speak it outside there, but these words are going to fly and follow me in my house because I have a woman in my house. So such talks, I'll just switch off from them. If I get a conversation about infidelity, I just try to switch off from them, kabisa, because I'll keep on hearing them and they'll begin convincing me, and then at the end of the day, I'll find myself in such troubles. So we have put a fence around our marriage to reduce as many friends and relatives. Okay, I have friends, but they don't come into my marriage. Could you discuss what we're discussing? But I was going Sijui Salano alisema nilikuambia uniulizienge yeye. No. So
I love it. You see now Salano vile umetusaidia.
Hizo kelele tu.
Wewe ulikuwa unataka kunileta because I believe that God is the one that fends us with the blood of Jesus all around. But then because God has given us the opportunity to also exercise our will and do the things that umesema hii kitu is not reversible. Si ndio?
It's not reversible. So when you are going to do for this thing, by the way, when unasema, hello doc, I want to fanyia vasectomy. Kuja panda kwa meza ulale. You are told, are you sure? How old are you? And then vasectomy is not for everybody, by the way. I've received guys from inbox, so many. Nataka nifanyia vasectomy. I'm like, how old are you? I'm 25. Sijui I'm 27. Do you have children? No. Sitaki watoto in future. Maybe my friend. Go and think again. This is not for small boys. And that's what they recommend.
Vasectomy is not for small boys.
It's not for small boys. If vasectomy is for someone who has matured up and he's there to make up his mind, ya kuturudi nyuma tena. I'll not go back. I've made up my mind. I'm going naenda nikiendanga hivyo. So they recommend at least 35 years.
35 years.
At least 35 years, and you have a family. Ama hata kama una family, that those people say I don't have kids in my life, then lakini ako 35, he's someone who is making a sound decision.
Yeah.
You know that
hata huyo ni mtu mwenye amekongana na wanawake.
Ameona ndio fika 35, umepita huko mingi, unajua kitu unafanya. Because I've even seen I have seen a guy on my channel say I did this thing when I was 21 and I regret doing it. You'll regret, because how do you do vasectomy at 25? Unajua utafika mahali they make decisions out of emotions.
Yeah.
No.
You wanawake hii watasumbua.
Sitaki watoto. Mbona mtu huyu anawasumbua? Sitaki wangu. Vasectomy fanyeni. Unafika 30 unasema, "Hey, I think I need a child." 32 I need a child. So, number one, you have to make up your mind that I'm mature enough. Nilikuwa nakwambia ukienda kwa daktari, we went like almost 5 sessions. Unaambia, "Are you sure?" Nasema yes. Unaambia, by the way, this thing is irreversible. Ukishafanya hautataka tena watoto in future. Naambia no. I think I have kids that I need. In fact, I've exceeded. Wanaambia, unajua Salano, inafanya wakati kama mmefika around 50 hapo hivyo, you miss a baby in the house. Ile mtu kulelia kwa nyumba uko around 50 years hapo 60. You need akakipika nalia kwa nyumba. Utahitaji mtu ukifika 60. Naambia, if I need kabisa, I'll have to adopt, but for me and my wife, I think we are enough. And then sikufanya tu vasectomy kwa sababu nataka kufanya vasectomy. Number one, I could not continue seeing my wife going through CS kila wakati. It was life threatening. Number two, I could not continue seeing her get poisoned with fine planning methods every now and then. So it was also my role to come and save her from that. I said that nikasema hizi pills nao watu wakasema ati no, it's lies. If you go to my channel TikTok today, niliweka video, I think kama si jana ni juzi, of a lady saying that I began using pills when I was 27. Now I'm 45. I'm 47 or 47. I'm now 47. I have breast cancer and I'm having my uterus is loose. So I always bleed every day. Wala nakwambia sio hizo. We are having cases of fibroids kila siku. Fibroids zinakuja kila wakati.
If mambo ya freedom ni hii pills.
Those are the things that are dumping in our system kila wakati. Mtu alianza kutumia mayofu nilimwoa kama ako 21. Hasa akaanza kutumia vitu kama ako 21. Paka na mimi namwambia tu wewe tumia paka siku utafika menopause alafu uachie hapo. Do you know how much is going to be dumping in our system? Every month.
It's a serious conversation.
It's a very serious thing that no one wants to tell you. But you see, we'll tell them anyway, it's the option. Marriages are failing. But the highest cause of marriage failure is family planning.
Tell me about it.
I have a case of a lady who told me it's now 3 years we spend in different bedrooms with my husband. Reason is we have 6 children. There is no any family method that is favoring me. It's either na bleed tu, naongeza tu kilo, na kuwa tu sina appetite. But if I have sex, I'm going to have children. So what do I do? So tulisema tuachane na sex kabisa, tulee watu wetu 6. These are very simple things that a man can just say, now that I tushafika watu 6, let me go have a vasectomy and our marriage comes back together. So nataka kuniambie mzee mgani 3 years akotoba afanyangi sex. The wife thinks now we don't do it, but the man is outside there doing her things. So nataka niambie in ndoa kweli, it's no longer a marriage because there's no marriage there. We are having marriages whereby kila siku bibi yako anakuambia leo hapana, sijisikii, nimechoka, sijisikii, kichwa inaniuma, leo nini. Because of these things, but these things lowers women's libido so much. Ataki kwenda mtu kama kitu kama sex kando yake. So if you are having a wife in the house who kila siku anasema yeye hataki sex as a man, what will you do? Kama wewe si understanding man, you go and look for another lady who is ready to give you for free, bila excuses. A marriage is broken already. You are with the woman, kila tunataka kwenda, anasema leo nanyesha. Nini nanyesha. 2 weeks. Bado nanyesha. But bana, I need this thing. Nanyesha. So at the end unaenda kutafuta mwenye anyeshi na ako available kila wakati. What do? You go for her. So marriages are breaking not because that women are bad, but because us men have refused to help them carry this burden.
Yeah.
But if you can take up this role and just say, let me help my wife to carry this burden, it's a very, very easy thing to solve as a marriage. And I have encountered, maybe you can give me a few minutes to talk about types of men that I've met outside here.
Yes.
We are having men who are saying, even after this talk, after kwenda online, hata kama amesoma, bado anasema hawezi fanya hii kitu. We have 4 types of men or husbands. Number 1 is called traditional Tony. Or double T.
Traditional Tony.
Yeah, traditional Tony or double T. This is a man who has been swallowed by traditions. Hata kama ameenda shule, ni mtu ambaye anaamini mwanaume ni mwanaume, inafaa zae. Mungu alisema tujaze dunia. Hiyo ndo nasema. Awacha tunijaze. Na Mungu aliambia nani hiyo kitu? Si aliambia Adam. Adam alizaa watu wangapi? Alijaza dunia watu 50.
Pana.
Akakuja akaambia Abraham, I'm going to make you a nation and your kids will like stars. Akaambia Abraham pia unaenda kujaza dunia. Abraham alikuwa na watu wangapi? Isaac. Mbona Abraham hakuza 50 aseme, Mungu umesema sasa nijaze dunia, aanze kujaza. So the people who are given the responsibility kujaza dunia walikuwa nazaa 1, 2, 3 wanaachia hapo. Wewe mwenye hukuambiwa unasema Mungu alisema nijaze, wacha tu nizae vile nataka. Let me give birth the way I want because God said we feel, but now it was a collective responsibility. Jagero za wawili, huyu azae wawili, huyo wawili. Then sisi wote pamoja tujaze dunia. Sio mtu mmoja kwenda kubeba mzigo ya kujaza dunia. So this men called traditional Tony are men who believe that they should fill the earth. It's their responsibility. And they can never think about family planning. In fact, akinotice bibi yake anaenda family planning, anaenda kutoa hiyo kitu. I have seen a man who has even gone up to the hospital. Akapiga nasa akamwambia, can you talk those things, you are spoiling your marriages. And this story was in the news. The wife has 22 children from Kakamega. 22. Mzee anasema yeye azae tu. Baka bibi anasema mimi nimejaribu kumwambia at least mimi nitaisha. Hiyo watu ni wengi. 22 children one wife. She gives birth every year. Na mzee amesema nikipata umeka hizo vitu, I'll kill you. Yes, I can say this man is in Kakamega in a village, but we have other men who are behaving like that na wameenda kwa shule. Naambia Salano miatu yambieni I can never do those stupid things. There are stupid things. So I call them traditional Tony. Number 2, we have another man called dismissive Dan or Dabodi. This is a man who will dismiss anything to do with the family planning. Kwake, si topic inafaa kwa discuss. Sio ni vitu ya wamama. Enda ukufanyie, unataka family planning, enda ukufanyie. Mimi siwezi, hiyo sio vitu zangu za kufanya. So they'll tell you go. Angalia gaenda kama ni shindano dungwe, kama ni coil wekewe. By the way, coil is very safe. At coil is the safest method of planning. Coil is coated with the copper. Ukiangalia coil before yako inaonga na copper mzuri string chini na hivi. Time inotolewa hiyo copper iko inaonga imeenda wapi? These are methods that are being used in your body as someone say you are just fine. So unaambiwa anakuambia go and try this. Wenda jaribu. So they always believe that ukianza topic ya kupanga uzazi anamwambia my friend, mbona unaniambia? So ndio mtu unazaanga. You go and try. Yenye itakufit ufanye. Then they give it to the one. So they are dismissive. They dismiss anything about family planning. The third man, he's called supportive Steve. Supportive Steve is a man who will come and tell his wife, okay, we want how many children? We want 2 children or 4. Yeah, so what can we do? Now we want to look for a method of family planning that will help us to stop having more children. So ataenda aseme na okay, gani ndio mzuri? But at the end of the day, supportive Steve will bring the ball back to the wife. Nakwambia okay, sasa naona unasema hiyo shindano ni mzuri, so jaribu hiyo. Haikufanyi kwa mtufanya gani? Hata mnaenda hapa clinic, anakupeleka clinic, mnakaa hapo mnaongea, nakwambia okay, ebu jaribu coil. Uone ni aje. He's supporting you, but it's you doing it. See yeah. But this is a man who is a very good candidate for vasectomy because ukimconvince kidogo ataenda afanye vasectomy. The last man is called inclusive Ian or double I. Inclusive Ian is a man who will come to the clinic with their wife, alafu aulize, by the way, kuna method ya wanaume? Do we have options for men? I would also like to take part in this. He's a man who is ready to help their wives to carry the burden. He's a man who is ready to support the wife to carry the burden of family. Atambio, yes, tuko na condom. If you are comfortable unaweza tumia hiyo, then tuko na vasectomy. Because the wanaume si mingi, si hizo tu mbili ama withdrawal. Na sasa you withdraw ndio hapo ndio that's the aim, and you want to withdraw from the aim of the thing. So anasema mimi withdrawal siwezi, si condom siwezi, maybe I try vasectomy. So if we can educate men on this, tuambie kwamba that vasectomy, you see, like when a woman does family planning, she shares it out. Maybe mimi natumia nini depo. Mimi nilikatwa tubes. Mbona bibi akikatwa tubes hata akisha it's no big deal.
By the way, let me ask you something.
But for a man akikatwa it's a big deal.
If akikatwa tubes bado ananyesha.
Yeah, ananyesha normally. It does. These things don't alter. By the TL and vasectomy, they don't alter you. That's why they're the safest. They don't alter you in any way. Mwanamke anakuambia sijinyesha for 2 years. And for women, these are a discharge that should be leaving their body every month. And any waste that should be leaving your body na inabai kwa mwili inaku affect. Okay, where do those things inaanza grow zinafika zinakuwa mafibroids? If it is uchafu imejaa haitoki nje, inaenda wapi? Unatumia family planning ambayo imekuja imealter your kunyesha, haunyeshi sasa. 3 years I've never seen my periods, and we say you are okay.
That's dangerous. So
TL, you will continue going on your periods every month normally, just like vasectomy, you will continue ejaculating normally. So the safest plan that they're not adding anything in your system is TL and vasectomy. And so if you are a man,
what is TL in full?
Tubular ligation. So if you are a man and you are out there and your wife mmeka chini mkaona, I think the number of kids that we have are enough, carry this thing, go and do it. It's no big deal, si kitu kubwa. That's why women can speak about the sickness tunaifanya chini ya maji. Hata kama unafanya chini ya maji, it's okay. Na kama unataka msaada, it's free. By the way, this year marriage stops are celebrating the 40 years in Kenya. So wanapenda vasectomy for free. It's always for 25k.
When?
Every day. Just
from
call.
When?
From yesterday, from January it has been happening. So just call 0800 72 0005. Na utaambia tu uko wapi.
Wanafanya kwa nyumba?
Hapana. Wanakuuliza okay, uko wapi? Niko Kasarani. Okay, Kasarani tutakuwa na workshop Kasarani siku fulani. uko hapo. Uko wapi? Niko Thika. They assign you where you are close to them. Wanakuuliza penye uko. So you just call 0800 72 0005 and you'll go for vasectomy free of charge.
Now, for 35 years of age at least, see 25.
Yeah, see 25, see watoto.
Yeah, thank you very much, people of the internet. That was Salano. I learned so much today. Yeah. I'm always learning. You know, my Bible study teacher used to say, we are always learning. Just share.
Yeah, keep on sharing. And then finally also, just to say that, a shout out to my wife. She's a very supportive
What
woman.
is her name?
Beryl.
Akinyi. Yeah, you light up when you talk about Beryl. What is going on there?
This lady, she's like a mother to me. A sister, a wife.
Yes.
And she's just an amazing woman. But then mimi ni mtu wa kisirani wenye nikipata ni other lady singekaa naye.
But you see now, that's something that I usually say. Thank you very much, people of the internet. Until another episode, bye for now.